Good morning, everyone. This is Unibonyema Steven, an MMM Guider School participant. I'm in batch 37. I'm here to give a feedback on what I have learned so far from attending the Guider School. But before I start, I would like first to give a vote of thanks to the founder of MMM for giving us this opportunity to actually not just help ourselves financially, but also help others, and at the same time empower ourselves. MMM has actually been a lifesaver for so many of us. Yes, I work, but I can tell you the gains, what I have gained from MMM has been is not something you can quantify. It has been very, very valuable, and I think it is very, very necessary that I give this vote of thanks to the founder, Sajid Mavrodi. Thank you very much, sir, for your doggedness. Thank you for bringing MMM to Nigeria. It's guiders like us, aspiring guiders like us. When we eventually become guiders, we'll make sure we keep the flag flying. We'll make sure it doesn't die here in Nigeria. We'll make sure it is a strong and a strong moving force and community that everyone in Nigeria will come to reckon with. My experience so far since we started the classes and the training has been terrific. It has been very, very, very terrific. I've learned a lot. We've also learned some soft skills that hitherto we had thought we knew until we got assignments from them, and we ran into problems, minor problems, but that actually threatened to take marks away from our results and all. But thank God, we are learning, and we have learned, and we'll continue to learn. The Guider School has offered me the opportunity to get deeper knowledge of how MMM works, the technicalities of how the system works, and also it has also empowered me with knowledge to also preach MMM to somebody, and also defend the cause and the ideology when I'm asked on certain questions. If you've not gotten this kind of knowledge, can be very difficult to answer. Before I joined the MMM training or class, I have always been very, very curious and interested in knowing how some of these things work. Thank God, I got enrolled, and I am now fully acquainted with the internal workings and how simplified everything is. It's not magic. It is not there is no it's not complex. It's a very, very very straightforward system that actually thrives on trust, thrives on mutual trust. It doesn't tell you what it's not. It's everything there is plain and clear. Nobody is giving you any nobody is telling you something that is not there. Also, apart from learning the ideology of MMM and the technicalities and all, we have also learned, personally, I've also learned interactions too. We've actually had, while we have also had our rancors, in our group chats and all, I've also had some very good friends who I know even after the class I'll still be in communication with. Also, I would like to give a very, very worthy mention to our mentor, Mr. Ayodele. He's a very, very, very patient man. I must say, and he's a natural teacher, I must say. Mr. Ayodele, I really appreciate your efforts. I take it from me, we do not take your effort for granted. You have been very, very terrific. And I notice of all the mentors, this is like me trying to be biased, but it's true. Of all the mentors, you have been the most, from the results, you've been the most dogged. I think you've been the most consistent in the sense that when it comes to, following up on what students are doing, the results submitted and all that, I see you are the only one that is like 50% up to date with marking, checking up on what people are doing, even checking the assignments and all. You've been very, very consistent with yours, and you're like 50% almost through with the whole thing. And I think it's what you have mentioned, that you're really putting a lot of effort in what you do, which is a very good virtue. And you've also taught us patience. During our meetings on a go to meeting, you have often threatened you would yank off anybody that doesn't mute their mic, and people come in and still do the same mistake, and you're still patient with us. That's it's a very, very it's a very, very worthy character to emulate, that I feel I should talk about. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. You've been great. And I also want to give a vote of thanks to other participants, my colleagues, and what are we going to call ourselves? Guide us to be. Hopefully we will all pass, and we would also mentor some other classes someday. Thank you very much. I must say the MMM Guidance School has been very terrific, has widened my my horizon when it comes to the MMM ideology and how to preach it to people. Like I said in the beginning of this feedback video, that I will make sure, and I and my colleagues would make sure that MMM does not die in Nigeria. We would make sure we continue to keep the flag flying. We would make sure MMM becomes a strong force to reckon with in Nigeria, and even in the whole of West Africa. It is already a very, very successful community here in Nigeria. Every day people are coming in and having more trust in the system, and not looking at it from afar with that suspicious look they started with. Thank you very much, Sam Avrodi, for the opportunity. And I also want to thank our mentor again for his time, his effort, and his dedication to work. Thank you very much, all. It's 3:56 a.m. here, and I think I'm going to call it quit at this point. Thank you all for listening to me.